いけね。まあ、いっか。What the hey. はい。皆さん、こんばんは。Buenas noches todos and good evening, everyone. This is your Mavinik VTuber Disha. Yeah, it's my usual Sunday presentation of all those interesting tweets I came across on Japan, of course. And let's just get today started, shall we? This one I just uh a relatively new one, but it kind of reminds me of the Isekai Oji-san tales. Now, yeah, this guy's daughter had had this this saying historical question with quotation mark, of course, at a social study, and apparently it showed the sales of console games in graph with that it only says company S, company M, and company N. And yeah, basically the girl. So the yeah, N I know I can answer because I have it at home. But S, yeah, so a boy yeah, the teacher asked a boy, and he answered Sony, and it was correct, and I was surprised about that. So the guy had to ask, "How come, daughter?" I thought S meant Sega. Yeah, basically you've got this wonderfully educated, hardcore old console gamer. Yeah, elite Sega, and yeah, and here's an oh yes, your daughter is well educated. Sega, Soviet Union, and Rome still exists. Okay, excuse me. Can we get the Sega hardware again, please? This just made me feel old. Oh, gee. A Dreamcast went out of production 21 years ago. Ouch. Yeah. Isekai was it's kind of interesting take of one of those transfer to summon to isekai stuff with main guy being the voice of doing the but VC for quote unquote is Koyasu, aka the voice of Dio. So there's been a couple other people who are going just complete bonkers. Yeah. N NEC TurboGrafx. MSX. That's yeah, just a tad. That's a one of those standardized. No, it's more. Yeah, it's a PC standard for that is meant for for multimedia gaming system back in DOS days, so back in 80s. And then there's someone else acting old. So does S mean Sony, N means NEC, and M means Matsushita, aka Panasonic? Uh, yeah. Considering she wait, which one did they I know they had the license units. I can't remember who was NEC or 3DO. Oh, I see. But yeah, okay, 3D, they actually had OEM, they OEM'd 3DO. That's why someone was joking. M stands for Matsushita Electronic slash Panasonic. And of course, for those of you who can't figure it out, well, S stands for Sony, N for Nintendo, M for Microsoft, of course, for Xbox. Okay, S for Sony, N for Nintendo, M for Mega Drive. Mega Drive Mini. Yeah. And yeah, PC Engine, and oh, this guy actually knows a PCFX, the very last hardware NEC released. Uh, just no, yeah, PC NECHE. That's the memory card, of course. Yeah. Oh my God, there's some old people. And okay, apparently I don't use this function, but then Google Photo actually has this some stuff to remind you of some certain anniversaries. It's just that the sometimes it can be painful. This guy's sitting again. Oh, shut up. Do you remember the date you took this photo 3 years ago? Oh, shut off. 3 years ago, so like that's what Pixel 4, yeah, back then. Yep. Anyways, so if you have Google Photo, if you took your car accident picture with Google Photo, Pixel, or if you're using Google Photo to sort out your pictures, well, be careful. It might come back to haunt you in the strangest way. Anyways, apparently in Fukuoka, there's this very disturbing disturbing menu that for tantan noodle, 殺人 tantan men, murderous tantan noodle. Apparently, it is super super extra hot. And unfortunately, the even this, some people were actually getting used to it, and they were complaining it's mild. So the other one they actually sneaked in was you see on here, Shinigami Tantamen, Grim Reaper Tantamen. I don't even want to know what's in it, but yeah, it's going to be something that it's so hot. It's yummy that he can stop smiling. Oh yes, and yeah, this guy is saying that he was getting an intimate he went into an intimate relationship with a toilet afterwards. Oh yeah, so the Grim Reaper Tantame, it actually uses Carolina Reaper, actually which actually was listed as the hottest in the world up to 2018 April in the Guinness Book. But yeah, this is one of those restaurants where you actually step in and order, and you can actually hear the server talking to screaming at the kitchen. Yes, we got a one order murder. Yep, you feel safe about it. Meanwhile, there's this super extra hot place somewhere out there. Okay, excuse me for a moment. This one I have to move the picture a bit. Yep. Okay, entry level, that's okay. Intermediate, you can still feel the sweetness. Let's see. Advanced, yes. The ultimate, and then the last one says, "Sayonara, goodbye." We do not take this. We do not take the restaurant does not take any responsibility for eating this. we cannot taste it. We cannot taste it, so they can't guarantee the flavor. If you can even feel the flavors, that is. After a certain point, it's so hot that you can't even feel. Yeah. Basically, the hotness is a pain, not the flavor. So if it's too strong, you stop feeling the taste. So you don't even want to know. And this one is kind of interesting. Actually, it's more like 歌われるもsomething that might come out of 歌われるもの. Uh, okay, in that one, there was a fan that was that is made out of steel, and there's actually a company that started selling on Kickstarter that uses titanium frame. So it's easy to lift, and it is very easy to use as a fan. And instead of paper, they're using silk, so it is waterproof. And because it's titanium, yes, you can break a bottle. You can even break a brick. Yeah. If you need a concealed weapon, uh, here's a good one, I suppose. And okay, Nishin is added again. This one is yeah, basically a joke that came out of April Fool's joke. A new kind of headset, a cup noodle headset. Yeah, so you can actually feel. So that's how it looks like when it's in use. No comment. Yeah, try this. Try this at a Zoom meeting, and see how many people actually notice. I suppose. Yeah. Anyways, okay. This one. There's a tunnel in Ehime, where this yeah, there's a tunnel within tunnel for some reason, as you can see. But yeah, you can actually yeah, this is very tiny tunnel, so you can only barely pass through with mini cars. Mm, okay. Oh, I see. It's okay. And one of the problems that the this is one of those mountainous region where yeah, basically it is was pretty harsh route going over the mountains. So back in 昭和20年だからいつなんだこれlet me just do a math. About yeah, back in 1950s, I'm doing a rough estimate. They started building a tunnel. The problem is, yeah, they have basically the original the first guidance tunnel was made it through, but then the, it basically collapsed with a torrential rain, and in the meantime, the bypass that went near the ocean actually passed through, so they actually lost the reason to actually complete the construction. That's why it's kind of a half-ass tunnel. Uh, it ended up being. However, the yeah, basically it connects the agricultural region area to the town, so people going back from the going back to and from work in the farm is being used. They're the one using it to harvest the mandarin, as it turns out. And one of those bentos that would that is sure to freak the hell out of people. You open up you open up the lid and out pops this. Yeah, the biggest the big yeah. This was made by ad designer who made this for Valentine's Day special to your family. Basically, it was actually a bento that her hubby would eat. So she could not eat. She could not put anything that is not edible, some yeah, the one that doesn't crash in terms of flavor. And of course, people started doing photoshopping, and yeah, sure. Yeah, some people started saying, yeah, this would make a perfect home." Yeah, sure. Anyone remember playing Kagero? Anyone? And other stuff she's done before. And yeah, these are actually edible stuff. So supplies. Oh my god. Rate Her Majesty
Papa
a
underscore
lunch.
seizure
Good grief.
said, "What's up?"
Hi, konnichiwa, Papa Procedure-san. No, just doing the my usual presentation of the stuff I can actually find in on Twitter. That is yeah, kind of too fun. Anyways, anyway, okay. Yeah. Before I go on to the next one, here's one of those in- programming I came across a while back. About I think I came across this in about 2019, just before COVID became COVID, so it
Papa
was still
underscore
back in
seizure
yeah.
said, "I gotta go back to streaming, but it'll
あら、
keep you tabbed up."
はい、ありがとうございます。Thank you. Andはい、ありがとうございます。Yeah, have fun with the streaming です。But yeah, but something I came across about the this Brazilian not quite folk remedy, but with what was back then called coronavirus. It is now called COVID, of course. And it just went along the line of, yeah, have a chunk of garlic a day, every day, and nobody will come close to you, so you can maintain social distance, so you are less likely to catch COVID. Now, of course, one of the problem is that the garlic has super, super strong antibiotic effect to a point where, especially if it's uncooked. And this guy kept on yeah, this guy actually ate half, half of the garlic in 3 days. So basically, he lost the entire colony of E. coli in his in digestive tract. So nothing was getting digested. Yep. And but yeah, basically the nurse here was going like, yeah, it's the first time they've seen complete zero E. coli in a digestive tract. It's that bad. Okay, yeah. And when that happens, that's a basically what ends up the treatment you have to do is you go through is you have to ingest someone else's poop from your butt to actually get transplant all the E. coli from them. So if you're yeah, if you feel like eating someone else's poop, go for it. There is a quick one. I don't think I would, but okay. This one was not quite Japanese, but I did come across in Japanese, so why not? I suppose. This was from Reddit, where it says, "Yeah, what is the weirdest advice you have heard that is strangely effective in NSFW?" Okay, tab and okay, this guy just this one is the strangest one. In order to maintain your posture, picture yourself shooting through the head of the other guy with a laser coming out of your nipple. Yeah. Yeah, that would actually keep you maintain your posture, but yeah.
Papa underscore seizure. Said. Tabbed.
Hi, ありがとうございます。Thank you. ありがとうございます。And here's a guy who actually like said, "Oh wow, this chocolate was so good." But which one? And of course, they started from the looks of it, he actually tossed out the pack, the cover. I mean, the outside cover. So you have no idea. Oh, apparently it's a peanut chocolate. Some people actually can't tell, as it turns out, what he was eating. And of course, this guy can tell as well. As you can see how many trays he's got. Peanut chop. And yeah, this guy. Okay. Yeah, Denroku. He's going like it's been an hour trying to figure out whether I should respond or not because it could be someone else's chocolate. But yeah, it is so it is indeed the chocolate. Okay, just a cultural note, I suppose. Especially after the turn of after 20th century turn 20th century, Japan's funeral has been to mostly has been 100% to cremate the bodies, but what they do is they actually turn the not ash but the bones of the deceased to the puts that into a grave, puts that into urn, and then puts that into grave. So, and before that, there has been quite a bit of burying them in the as is, and because what happened? Okay, there was a custom of cremating. The problem is they had to provide their we had whoever is holding a funeral had to provide their own firewood, and they would actually be you know, that's one of the weirdest stuff that came across. Basically, yeah, there was this comedy writer author who passed away, and yeah, he has made all the arrangements for his own funeral. And yeah, when he was getting cremated, because they used to do it out in the open by the riverside or something like that, right? Yeah, he went with a bang because he actually had firework sneaked into put away into his casket. So when the cremation went, yeah, off went the firework. Anyways, so this guy's dad, when he was cremated, he had to because of the way the dad's last will, they had to turn the because dad wanted his ash scattered, so they had to be crushed, and the funeral home actually was charging about $300 extra for that. So the guy was just holding it out, and then next thing you know, mom phoned in. Oh, by the way, I used dad's coffee mill to make him powder up all his remains. Yeah, so why not? I mean, it's his coffee mill that she actually used. And yeah, now and then the question came out about the what is she planning on doing with the coffee mill afterwards? Imagine making coffee on a coffee mill that was used to used to crush someone's remains. That would be nah. Anyways, okay, some of there are loads that are made illegally, as it turns out, and here's one of those that are actually yeah, a bridge that was built that was made without a permit for clearly, quite clearly, seriously. Yeah, recycle trader. And yeah, there's someone was using frame of the a trader there, and hmm? Okay, yeah, but anyways. Yeah, this okay. I know he probably I don't think he won it, but then it would be this guy would have won the Ig Nobel award for sure. Kyoto University researcher actually discovered that the cat seem to ignore what you're talking about, but they're actually listening in, and they can actually tell the name of the other cats that they're living with. Yeah, so most people saying, yeah, okay, that explains why they would understand. A-chan, can you go fetch B-chan? And they actually do that for you. Okay,
Asterion underscore Dawnblade. Said. Astery 8 high 1 Astery 8 high 1 Astery 8 high 1.
あら、こんばんは、セリアンさん。Thank you for waving hand of Luigi か、これは。はい、ありがとうございます。Yeah. Um, and this guy's cat. Okay, he started losing appetite when the humans actually started talking about what to do with the kittens they came across, who to adapt it out to, and then so they told him, no, he's staying here with us for good. Then he suddenly started eating again. Oh yeah, and this guy, well, this okay, this guy doesn't have a cat roommates, so can't tell about that. The cat he owns, yeah, does know the name. So okay, cause when the cat is eating, he calls out the name. The cat responds meow. and then goes back to eating. But yeah, so it's time.
Several.
Yes, so that is now scientifically proven, as it turns out. Okay, this is one of those bizarre when I came across on a prefecture I used to live in Miyazaki. In There's a region called Takachiho, which is kind of a mountainous area. It was served by JR for a while, but then till recently, but the typhoon actually ripped up the railway, and basically the repair bill was so high, they actually pulled out the service, and apparently the private company took over as part taking over as a tourism attraction. And yeah, they cannot electrify the railway, but instead of using diesel and in order to use carbon footprint, they started using a few kind of a biodiesel, but then it's extracted out of tonkotsu soup, ramen tonkotsu soup. Yeah. So the the biggest takeaway of this kind of fuel, as it turns out, is that the exhaust fume doesn't stink. It smells like you're smelling it smells like fried rice. Yeah. So there is, yeah. Yeah, if and I bet you if there's a Chinese restaurant by the station, they'll be making tons of money. Yeah, basically it is the better way of wording it is that it's they're making a pork fat fat into a fuel. Basically lard turning into a fuel, but then it's like the way they worded it is, yeah, they've got a tonkotsu fuel. And basically the companies that actually built this whole technology is from Fukuoka, which is basically 100% tonkotsu, so much so that when you go there, if you order ramen, it's tonkotsu, no question asked. And if you actually tell them to actually make a distinction, they're gonna give you a face. Like they don't have chicken or fish based broth at all. But anyways, there's food recycling. Yeah, my god. And speaking of the foodness, anyways, this a fanfic, fan made novel that is written by someone who cannot cook, and basically there was a scene where the main character was laying out the ingredients for pudding, and it went along the line of liquid egg, sugar, dairy product, plant based oil, and sugared egg yolk. This is ingredient list from the pudding of from Morinaga. Yeah, it's just a straight copy from the oopsie, excuse. from this guy. Yep. And okay, okay, this guy. Oh shit, that's what it was. Excuse me for a moment. Yeah. Oh well, too late, I suppose. Okay, the lesson learned. Don't assume it's a combo menu when the menu says cheese, katsu curry, chicken udon. Yeah, it all comes in a big fucking big tray with curry as the soup, I guess. And the biggest complaint this guy had with this combination is the fact that there wasn't enough curry to cover everything. The biggest the biggest advantage of this, it's they don't need yeah, it's only one tray. They only need one. They only have to wash one dish. And okay, now that the World Cup is ongoing, there was here's one of those that I came across. Historical background I came across. Okay, you've heard of Japanese supporters cleaning after themselves, and it's been treated by it's making a news around for every single World Cup for the last little while now. This originally comes from about 1997 uh preliminary round of a French World Cup, because what happened was that yeah what happened was that the yeah, back then there wasn't that many people supporting it, but yeah, they couldn't afford the replica uniform. So what happened, and there wasn't that many people. So what they did was they bring over blue garbage bag over and waved around in the stand, so that looks like there's more people than there should be. And well, yeah, there wasn't that many people. Yeah, there wasn't that many replica uniform available back then. So it looks like there was more people supporting the team than it actually does. And also, what happened with the now when was it? Okay, yeah, Brazil was done. They did in Brazil, of course, and yeah. Okay, 93 America. No, they aren't too sure because yeah, that's almost over 30 years ago. So okay, and the 97 French World Cup actually prohibited the fans from tossing out tapes or confetti because they're pain in the ass to clean up. So what the Japanese supporter did was they tossed it, spread it, and then they cleaned up themselves. And they still need the garbage bag, so they use that brew bag. And there you go. So that's how the cleanup custom started out. And yeah, there was actually also a habit of people bring your own garbage bag because you don't have that many indoor stadium. So just in case of a sudden weather change, there you go. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, but that's how the whole custom started out. So if anyone wants to talk about it, go for it. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Thank you for coming in, and well, Papa Teacher just yeah gave me a tab, so let's see if I can actually raid him afterwards. Right. Anyways, thank you for coming in, and have a good night. That's and yeah, I still haven't decided who to raid, but see if who turns up.